Hi, I'm Al Redmer of the Maryland Insurance Administration. Understanding your rights when an insurance company does not pay all or a portion of your bill for medical services is critical to making sure that you receive what you are entitled to under your health care plan. This short video will explain some of the basics of the claims process. As an example, let's assume that you have knee pain and go to your primary care physician. You have a $1,000 deductible and have already applied $750 to it. You also have an x-ray and a follow-up visit with your doctor. All of the providers you visited are in network. After you receive medical services or get a prescription filled, your medical provider, your pharmacy, or you will file a claim with your insurance company for payment for the service or medication. In our example, since all of the providers are in network, they file the claims for you. The insurance company processes them in the order in which they were received. The insurance company will review the service and determine if it's covered by your contract. If it is covered by the contract, the insurance company will pay in accordance with your contract, minus any of the following that you are responsible for under that contract. For example, number one, your deductible. This is the amount of money you must pay towards covered services before your insurance company will begin making payments. The deductible may not apply to all services that are covered by your policy or plan. Contact your insurance company for a list of services that are not subject to a deductible under your policy or plan. For a service subject to the deductible, you or your healthcare provider will submit a claim to the insurance company even though you are responsible for paying the provider. The insurance company will then apply the allowable amounts for covered services to your deductible. When the total of allowable amounts equal your deductible, the insurance company will begin to pay claims. Until you meet your deductible, you will need to pay the allowable amount to your healthcare provider. After you meet the deductible, you will pay only the applicable coinsurance or copay. Generally, you will have to meet your deductible every year. Number two is the copay or copayment. Now, this is a set dollar amount that you must pay for a particular service. The amount may be different based on the type of service and whether the service is provided by an in-network or out-of-network provider. For example, your plan may require a $20 copay for an office visit to an in-network provider, but a $40 copay for an office visit for an out-of-network provider. This fee may be in addition to any deductible for which you are responsible under the plan. So let's return to our example. Your primary care doctor submits a claim to the insurance company for $350 for the first visit. The health plan has an allowable amount of $250, and the insurance company applies that to your deductible. You are responsible for a $250 payment to your doctor plus the $20 copay. Since your doctor is in network, she accepts the $250 plus your $20 copayment as payment in full. For your follow-up visit, if you have met your deductible, you will only be responsible for the $20 copay. Now, number three is coinsurance. This is the share of the cost of a covered healthcare service. The coinsurance is applied after any deductible has already been satisfied. Your share is a percentage, such as 20% of the allowable amount for the service. Now, here's how it works. First, let's say your x-ray costs $200. Then the insurance company has an allowable amount of $150. If your coinsurance is 20%, assuming your deductible has already been satisfied, you pay 20% of the $150, which is $30, and the insurance company pays the remaining $120. The insurance company could also determine that it will only pay for a portion of the claim, or it may determine that it will not pay any of the claim at all. Now, if the insurance company decides not to pay for some or all of the services, it must send you an explanation of benefits, otherwise known as an EOB. The EOB provides details about a health insurance claim, such as what portion was paid to the healthcare provider and what portion of the payment, if any, is your responsibility. Now, it's important to note the EOB is not a bill. If the insurance company's decision is based on lack of coverage under your health plan, that's called a coverage decision. If it's based on a lack of medical necessity, in other words, they don't think the medical procedure is necessary, that's called an adverse decision. If you want to ask your health insurer to reconsider its coverage or adverse decision, follow the instructions in the first EOB or in your insurance contract to file an appeal for a coverage decision or a grievance, which is for an adverse decision. You may wish to ask your treating healthcare provider to help you with the process or to actually do it on your behalf. Once you file an appeal or grievance with your health insurer, the original decision will be reviewed by the health insurer. If it was an adverse decision, the health insurer will have it reviewed by an independent medical expert who will then decide if the healthcare service or supply is medically necessary or not experimental. If the health insurer's decision is to uphold its original decision, it must put its reason in writing. Now, at that point, you may file a complaint with the Maryland Insurance Administration. For appeals, the Life and Health Unit of the MIA will investigate whether a service or supply is covered under your health plan, and if so, whether it was paid correctly. For grievances, the same unit would send the matter to an independent review organization to give its opinion about whether the service or supply was medically necessary and or not experimental. At that point, the health insurer's decision is found to be wrong by the MIA, and the health insurer still won't reverse its decision. The Insurance Administration can take action against the health insurer. Now, if you have any additional questions, please contact us at 1-800-492-6116, and thanks for watching.